Jax, how are you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're all well and I hope you're having a great day. So it's been ages since I've been in front of the camera. It's probably been about 6 weeks actually since I've recorded for YouTube. I've had a bit of a break. I've changed jobs. I had other priorities going on in the meantime and life has just kind of got in the way. But I'm back at it now and I'm thankful to Mark actually. He had lots of content on the Cooper S which has kept the regular videos coming. But as today's title suggests, I've done it again. I've bought another project for the channel and hopefully you're going to quite like this one. I'm really excited about it. I think it's a cracking find and we will get to that in a moment. But I will just explain. So yes, I haven't done much videoing in the last 6 weeks or so, but I have been out actively looking for minis. In fact, as soon as Project Bruce went, I was out there looking at cars, looking for the next project to buy for the channel. And it's taken me this long to find a car which I think is suitable. I've actually been and looked at 4 minis since mid-March. And I can't stress how important it is to actually go and look at a car if you're going to buy it. You cannot rely on the pictures unless someone has taken hundreds of really detailed photos. Pictures just never really do a mini justice, and I mean in a good or a bad way, whichever way you want to look at it. They tend to always look better in the photos, but when you go and look at them and you start having a dig around, poke around, you've got to go and do that stuff. You've got to be prepared to go and travel, look at a car, get on your hands and knees and have a good look at it, because some of the cars I looked at, the condition of them just didn't match what I thought the car was worth or what the car was being advertised. So I've walked away from 4 cars. I didn't buy them. I'm always very polite to the owners. I'm not that sort of person that goes and say, you know, digs loads of holes in the car. I generally can make up my mind within 5 or 10 minutes from seeing a mini, whether it's one I'm going to buy or not. And I'm generally just pretty polite with people. I don't, you know, why upset people and slate their car? I generally just say, thank you very much for showing me around the car. It's not one for me, but thank you very much for your time. However, I did go and look at one the other day and I looked at the photos of it. It wasn't too far away and there was just a few little bits about the car that looked a bit special. It didn't give a great deal of detail in the advert, but I thought I've got to go and see this car because I think there's something about it. I think there's something special about this car. So before I go on and explain what it is, I think we'll just do a sneak peek. Let's go out, have a look at the car, get in the comments and see if you can guess what might be special about this car. See if you can guess what model it is as well. So yeah, it's great to be back on camera. Really excited about this project. I'll explain a little bit more in a moment, but let's go and unveil it first. Let's go and look at the car. Right, so for now we'll just have a very quick walk around the car. In future episodes I will give we'll do a full sort of corrosion assessment, and I'll show you the things I look for when I go to look at a Mini, and we'll look at this Mini in a bit more detail. But for now, just a very quick walk around. One other clue as to what the original model of this car was: the roof should be white, so the roof has been repainted green. It would have originally been white, and the pinstripes on the car are silver. That is correct, so the original model would have had silver pinstripes on it. So it is one of those cars that I call a 6-footer. From 6 foot away it looks gorgeous, but like any Mini, it has its problems, and we'll get into that in the future videos. That's what it's all about. So hopefully you'd have seen from those clips why that car excited me when I saw the photos of it, when I saw the advert. So it's had a John Cooper conversion on it back in 1994, converted by John Cooper garages. It didn't actually say that in the ad for sale. It did say it had had an extensive amount of money spent on it at John Cooper garages, and clearly you can see that from things like the recliner seats. They are genuine John Cooper recliners. They were very, very expensive back in the day, and there are an absolute stack of receipts here from John Cooper garages. But what actually sort of caught my attention was I saw the sticker on the splash guard on the engine that said John Cooper garages unleaded, and I thought to myself, surely if that sticker's on there it must have a John Cooper's head on. And sure enough, when I went along to see it, you pop the rocker cover off and you can see the roller tip rockers in there. And then I started having a look through the paperwork. So there is an absolute stack of paperwork that came with this car, receipts from years and years and years. But the really important one is this one here. So I've covered up the name and address of the previous owner just to protect them. But we've got there, fit John Cooper 1000cc conversion. We've got the Cooper black leather recliner seats. We've got the full alloy door furniture, all the wooden handles, walnut dashboard, all fitted by John Cooper garages. So for me, that just makes this car, I think it really adds value to the car, because this wasn't someone went in and bought all the bits. This was actually done, the conversion was done at John Cooper garages at a cost back then in 1994 of £3,673.78. So, but I think it makes it a really special car. So if you hadn't guessed by now, and it might not be so obvious, but it's a Mini Racing Green, which I think they only made 5,000 of them. They actually made 4 special editions in 1989, and they were again for the 30th anniversary. So around about that time, there were loads of really cool special edition Minis out. You know, the ERA, the BAC M30, and then these, I believe it was the Flame Red, the Racing Green, the Designer, and the Rose. 4 special editions for the 30th anniversary of the Mini. So that makes it a little bit special anyway. Like I say, it should have a white roof on it, so someone has painted the roof green in the past. You can still see the white paint underneath. And the rest of the car, it's been made to look a bit like a Cooper. So I'm in two minds. Get in the comments, let me know what you think. Should I take it back to looking like a racing green? Have the roof painted white, get the correct decals on it? Or do I now make it look like a Cooper? I think, let me know what you think. I think I should be true to its originality and take it back to a racing green with a John Cooper conversion on it. So yeah, we've got the other lovely John Cooper bits as well, the brochure. I'm not actually sure. So the conversion did come with a new unleaded carburettor. It's listed in here in the parts. but obviously there was an option to have twin carbs on there. Now that would have been really, really nice. I suspect that was a little bit more expensive again. Carb kit, UL, I assume that's unleaded. So it's got a HIF 44, I believe, on it at the moment. And we've got a rolling road report as well. So I think originally these conversions were meant to be 60 brake horsepower. Yeah, 60 bhp, 48 kilowatts. It was rolling roaded and it's making 40.5 kilowatts, which if you convert over to bhp, I think is around about 55 bhp. So that's not bad. It's an improvement on standard. I believe a standard 998 was probably, was it 39 bhp originally? So it's a nice little uplift. So, yeah, I don't want to waffle on too much. There'll be more videos coming. It is what I would call a rolling restoration at the moment. So it's taxed, it's MOT'd, it's insured. I drove it back from when I went to pick it up. It drives quite nicely. Typical Mini things, knocks, bangs. There's actually a big oil leak on it at the moment that it wasn't leaking when it was down there. I checked and it was nice and dry on the floor underneath the car, but I can see what's wrong with it actually. The rocker cover gasket's been done on it and it's come out the back of the rocker cover, so it's dripping oil down the back of the engine. So yeah, keep watching the videos, like, subscribe, share. You know, I don't know what this is going to turn into yet, but if you've seen the other restorations on the channel, it's going to get the full works, isn't it? I'm sure, definitely. But we'll get into it. We'll do a more detailed look around the car, find out what the problems are. But that's it. That's the new project for the channel. Let me know what you think about it. Hopefully it's something a bit interesting. I was looking out for something that was a bit rare, something that, you know, I can add value to. And I think this car with that conversion is just really nice to have. Those John Cooper period accessories as well. They're just becoming ultra rare nowadays, especially things like those seats. They were very, very expensive back in the day. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I'm looking forward to getting stuck into this one. Thanks for tuning in and see you again next time. Cheers.